I'm moving around, folks. I'm trying to get out the sun here. We've got a late afternoon sun and I'm struggling to get away from it. Anyway, right. I often recommend things for you to watch. I'm going to tell you something not to watch on the next video. But on this one, I'll give you something that's worth watching. You might not bother with it because it's something that was on a week ago and you might not be bothered downloading it. In fact, it might not even interest you, but I'm going to tell you what it is. Yeah, I'm watching too much YouTube now to see what a lot of people that I follow are doing. And get some ideas for this channel and so on and so forth. Plus, some of the people I follow I'm interested in. And I'm watching a lot less TV, and I watch too much TV as it is. But I'm always recording things, and I'm up to, my Skybox is up like 88% now, and I think I've got 1,000 hours. So I've not got a lot left. I'm panicking. So late on last night and early this morning, I thought I'd try to look at some things and what do I need to watch. Anyway, what I did this morning, in half an hour spare, I don't know how I had half an hour, but I did. I thought, I'll see who was on Graham Norton last night, because I always have it on a loop. I always take the old Graham Norton show to see if there's any guest on I want. Looked in quickly last night and thought, no, there's nothing for me. I taped it last week and still not had the chance to see it. And Sterling K. Brown was on there. Well, I like him. So I thought I'd see what it's all about. And then I thought, like, this morning when I was going to watch it, I thought, I've not got time, I'll get rid of it. Anyway, I just happened, I thought, I'll see him walk on and see if he's got up to say at the outset. And I thought, when you come on there from America, you're on there because you're promoting something. I thought, what's he promoting? Because I didn't know what his latest film was. Now, for those that don't know him, Sterling K. Brown, he's a black actor, he's American. He's doing pretty well at the movies now. He's getting a pretty decent profile there. But I know him from a series in America called This Is Us. You may or may not have seen it. I think it ran for 6 or 7 seasons, ended about 18 months ago. I've got to say, it's without doubt one of the greatest TV series of any kind I've ever seen. I think it's brilliant. A lot of blokes may not like it. They may say it's more for women and whatever else. I would disagree. The characters in it, absolutely superb. Actors, absolutely superb. Anybody can come on here that's watched it and tell me it's rubbish. I don't mind. I'll have an argument with you. Absolutely no problem. If you don't like that, well, you don't have to like it. But if you think it's no good, you don't know what makes good TV, good movies, good drama. You just don't know. It's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant series for me. And I know that I'm right. Anyway, I thought I'd see what it was all about. When he first walked on, I thought he's all in red. I thought, oh, he's a bit outrageously dressed there. And there was a couple of people on the show who I'd not heard the names of before. The only one I really knew, I knew old Sterling. And there was, what's her name? Dakota Johnson. I don't really know her because I'm not into the more modern movie stars. But I read something about her only the other day. She's the young girl that Melanie Griffith and... Johnson, the guy that did, you know what he did. I can't think what he did, you know. Oh, God, what? Well, it'll come to me in a minute. You knew who I'm on about. What's his name? Johnson? Don Johnson. That's her old man, and Melanie Griffiths is her mum. I read something only a couple of days ago. She was saying, she said, they wanted me to go to uni, or my dad did. I wanted to act, and my dad said, no, uni first and then act, otherwise I'll cut all your money. And she said, well, I'm going to start acting. I'm not going to uni. Anyway, he cut all my money. She said, I really struggled for a few years. Luckily, I kept going behind his back to my mum and she'd give me the odd sub now and again. But I struggled a lot when I was starting off. She said, but my dad was trying to muster tough love, which, decent story, that's fine. Anyway, she was on there last night and seemed, well, it was last week now, wasn't it? But I watched it this morning. Why am I saying last night? Nothing to do with last night. Anyway, she seemed all right. Going back, I've digressed again. This fella walked on in the, as I say, the old red, the all-in-one almost. I thought, who is it? Sterling K's going a bit over the top. Anyway, it wasn't. It was a guy called, I wrote his name down because I didn't know his name. I should do. I know him from something. What was his name? Bear with me a sec. Coleman Domingo. And I thought, oh, you're dapperly dressed. Good style. Now I know him. More about him in a moment. Anyway, he's on. So's a fella called Domhnall Gleeson. Turns out he's a son of, is it Brian Gleeson? Is it Brian Gleeson, the actor, the Irish actor? Seemed a nice lad. And they had somebody on singing, a guy called Paul Russell, who I didn't know to save my life, because I'm not down there with the kids, as you'll know if you hear the music, what I'm going to do later. I'm in a 70s time warp, my folks. I'm in a 70s time warp. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm in a 70s time warp. So anyway, he was singing a thing called Little Boo Thing. I think it was called Little Boo Thing. And it's a song where he's put words on the back of Best of My Love. You know, oh, You got the best of my love. But it's in tune when it was originally done. Nothing like I did it just. Nothing like that at all. Anyway, I quite liked him. I thought it was alright. Couldn't understand most of the words he was saying, but I thought it sounded pretty good. He's got something about him. And it was a good story he told after he sung the song. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's up to yourself to watch the show. But anyway, back to the guy in red. I've digressed yet again. It was Coleman Domingo. Now, I know Coleman from a series called Fear of the Walking Dead. And Fear of the Walking Dead is an offshoot from The Walking Dead. Now, I know many of you really won't watch that and you'll think, zombies, it's for kids. Because I call all TV that's for kids. I'm a grown man. I'm in my 60s. But I've watched all The Walking Dead from start to finish. And I loved it. And I know it's silly, but I loved it. Fear of the Walking Dead, I've watched all of them apart from the last 8 or so episodes. But that is because Lenny James was in it. And Lenny James is one of my favourite British actors. He's one of my favourite too at the moment. I've said it before, I love him. So watch anything that he's in. But I really enjoyed that. And it turns out old Coleman Domingo, I'm having to look at his name because I don't know his name, was one of the stars of the show. He was in it all the way through. He was a bit of a baddie in it. I hope I'm not giving it away. But he played a great part. Now, when he was in it, I must admit, I thought he was gay, but I wasn't certain. Didn't know till I'm watching the show, Graham Norton's, and I thought, when he came on, I thought it was Sterling at first. Then I realised it wasn't, and I realised it was this Coleman Domingo. As I say, I knew who he was, but didn't know his name. I thought, yeah, I'm right about him, he was gay. Thought he was. But anyway, that's not what I'm getting to. I've no problem with him being gay. They're all having a good chat as they do on the sofa. It's one of the most entertaining Graham Nortons I've seen in years. I thought it was brilliant. Really, really enjoyed it. Every one of them a great personality. Every one of them had great things to say. None of them really monstrous household names. Probably the biggest name would be the young lady, Dakota Johnson. And of them all, I liked everybody more than her. Nothing against her, but I thought the others had even more to say, and I thought they were great. It was a brilliant show. Coleman Domingo's done something now. I think he's got a film out and he's been nominated for an Oscar. Something about the right-hand man of Martin Luther King. I must watch it. It looks really good. Sterling K. Brown has been nominated for a Best Supporting Oscar for a film he's recently done with... Is the name somebody right? I know his name. I can't think of his name. He was in the Westworld film. I can't think of his name, but I know it. You'll know it. If you don't, I know it. So it doesn't really matter. Jeffrey Wright. He was in it with Jeffrey Wright. They're saying it's the first time the Oscars, Jeffrey Wright's been nominated for the Best Actor, Sterling K. Brown, Best Supporting Actor, both in the same film. It's never happened before where two black people have been nominated for the same film, and that's a good thing. But the show was brilliant, but I've got to keep stating to Coleman Domingo. He told story after story after story, and they were absolutely brilliant. I want to tell you the best one. It was near the end of the show, but I won't, just in case anybody decides to go and watch it. If you did see the show and you enjoyed it and you liked old Coleman, let me know. Just let me know. I'll probably get 12 people see this, and I won't even get one reply because nobody will have seen it and nobody will know who he is. Or I might get one reply saying, "You idiot, Fear of the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead. How old are you, man?" And I could understand where you're coming from. I can, honestly. Great show it was, though. Really enjoyed it. 15 minutes time, you're going to get a couple of shows that I wouldn't bother watching if I were you. If you've got other things to do, go and do it. Even if it's only mopping the floors or washing the dishes. And that, I'm not being sexist, whether that's a bloke or a woman. Wait a minute. Mopping the floor, washing the dishes for the women, I'll say. Bloke, cleaning the car, hoovering out the car, I'll say. And then I'm not being sexist at all. I'm giving you all jobs there. You're better off doing them than these two shows. I'm telling you that now.